Hey folks, Mike and McGee here. In today's video, we're going to make sausage. I know we just made 50 pounds, but it's gone. These boys eat like hogs, I can't believe it. Before that, we made a 75-pound batch, and I'm sure you thought, oh, that's enough to feed them for a year. It ain't, folks, I'm telling you. It's unbelievable. People think we got food running out our ears. We really ain't, because we make a big batch, and it's gone. We eat every day, believe it or not. So, what I'm going to do is just open it up. I've got my Mangalitsa. As you know, Mangalitsa is a lard breed. So, even though we've got meat here, lots of fat cut up in it. This is the recent deer harvest. This is 1/3 of the deer meat that I got out of that deer. I'm going to shake it out right quick. As you can see, still frosty frozen. And this right here is wild pork. And it was a fat wild pork. Not all wild pork are fat. This one just happened to be a baby doll of a fatty. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a 3-meat sausage. Deer, Mangalitsa pork, and wild pork. We're not going to use the legs brand this time because we've been eating so much of it, we're ready for a change. So what are we going to do? McGee's just going to throw a bunch of stuff together. Let's see what happens. One trick you can play is put a paper towel around your knife. It gives you a little better grip like that. Because once they get a little greasy and they're cold and wet, it ain't good. So, look here. I can take this and do this right here. When I get this part done, my part's over. I send it on down the line, and these boys are going to cut it into strips that'll go through my grinder. We love to put our meat through as frozen as possible because it comes out on these warmer days. Now, we're not in the summertime anymore. It's very pleasant, good weather. My favorite weather, actually. But even if it was cold outside, I would still like to put it through like this because it's going to keep that fat from smearing. Mangalitsa fat is very low heat resistant. It melts at a low heat. I'm going to pass them on. These boys are going to cut them up where they go through the grinder. We're going to pile all this meat up right here. Then we're going to get our fat. The fat's still in the ice chest. We want it to stay as cold as possible. The meat, it thaws out slower and it's harder to cut. Fat will cut frozen. But we're going to get with it and get going. Let's do it. Difference between the deer and the pork. This is the Mangalitsa pork. This is the deer meat. Almost no fat. If you're a deer hunter, you really need to raise the Mangalitsa. And if you're raising Mangalitsas, don't throw away the fat, or if you take it to a butcher shop, don't let them throw away the fat. Save all the fat, because that is the life of your sausage. You might think that you don't like to eat fat, but if you eat sausage, you need fat in it. No sausage recipe is good if it's just as lean as a deer. You might think you want that because you think fat's bad for you, but what you do is you let your sausage spoil in the freezer when you're going to the store buying sausage that's got fat in it. That ain't right. All right, I got the fat here. We're going to take and open them up. When we do fat, we go ahead and cut it into strips or cubes. So we don't technically have to cut it apart unless it's too frozen. Awesome, thank you, pal. Big old bag of mangalites of fat. See how that just peels right off of there? And it's frozen, but fat don't really freeze hard. So just peel them right off there like that. We're gonna lay them all over this, then we're gonna spread our seasonings. All right, we got all our pig fat on here. Mangalites of pig fat. Some of our fat has meat. Some of our meat has fat. And that's where it's at. We're fixing to start putting our seasoning on right now. All right, we're gonna start with a base of pink salt. This is 1/8 of a cup. I'm just gonna sprinkle it around here like this. I'm gonna do it about 10 times. There's 2. I'm gonna try to get it spread around here fairly evenly. 9. We had exactly that much in here. That's hard to believe. All right, there's our salt. Now is where it's gonna start getting interesting. I'm basically gonna do everything yeller. And I'm gonna start with a very heavy amount of mustard powder, just because last year when we made all those different types of sausage, the ones that I did with mustard powder was the best ones that we did the whole year, or at least in my opinion it was. So I bought a thing of mustard powder with the intention of using it all, and I just used it all. Something else that's yeller, we got some Camp Dog Cajun seasoning. We're just gonna put that all over it just like this. Something else that's yeller. What do you think that is? Lemon starburst peppers, super hot peppers. And if there's anything that is good with sausage, there's a little spice and everything nice. We're just gonna come down through the middle with a nice healthy helping of lemon starburst, just like that. Turmeric is something that I have wanted to put in for a while, and it is extremely yellow. And it's also very good anti-inflammatory if you're having problems with inflammation. Of course, we've got pokeberry for that, but it never hurts to take your medicine while you're eating a very good, tasty sausage. We're gonna go with some thyme. I know thyme ain't yellow, but thyme is one of them things that really makes sausage good. So I'm gonna just take the top off and wham it on just like that. Something that goes hand in hand with thyme is oregano. Oh, Frank, watch it. We're just gonna douse that oregano all over that. We're gonna take that garlic powder and we're gonna just do this with it, this number right here. If you want me to give you the measurements, I'll give you the measurements. What you see right here is how we measure it. Onion powder, we're just gonna come right over the top. Used it all because there wasn't much. We got something called Ceylon cinnamon. It's not really the cinnamon that you would put in your pie. We're just gonna take it and go across there like that. Black pepper. We're gonna come right across through there with black pepper like that right there. We're gonna put a little run of ground ginger right over the top of that. And last but not least, ground sage. We're gonna take this whole thing. It's a 1 1/4 ounce. We're gonna just lamb it across there like that right there. Usually on a batch like this, I will go ahead and do about 3 of them, but I don't want it to clash too much with my other flavors, so I'm stopping right there. It's time to grind. Let's get it going. This meat's frozen. Caleb, can you crank the generator? No. You can't? Matt, can you crank the generator?
Yeah.
Matt's a generator cranking Bessie. We're going to crank the generator, and we're going to start grinding meat. All right, here we go. We're going to run meat through first. Push that in there. Fat. Meat. Fat. this through, then we're going to grind it again, and all this seasoning is going to be mixed in perfect, all 100% perfectly mixed. Mr. Matthew fried this up for us. We're going to try it out right quick and see how good it is. Look at that. Boy, it's hot. It ain't spicy hot. It's just hot.
That's good.
I don't think I need to add nothing, y'all.
No.
Where you going? He burned his mouth.
I had some water.
He can't handle the starburst peppers. Poor old Frank. You about to burn up, huh? It's got less heat actually than the last batch we made with the chocolate ghost. I think pretty much anybody would enjoy eating this. Would you go for a little more, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Juicy and tender and good. You would think that's way too much fat. Not the case.
That was the heat. It wasn't soggy, it was the heat. The cooking, it was hot.
Where are you going?
Don't put the chili in.
Poor guy.
Bye.
You leaving?
Yeah.
He's leaving me. You talk about a man that eats, shoots, and leaves. I think we may as well call him a panda. That is so good. The question is, can we eat 80 pounds of it? You think we can? Well, we're sure gonna try. What we normally do, it's not lunchtime yet, it's 10:30 almost. We are going to fry some more of this after a while, make us some wonderful sandwiches, and have that for lunch. because that's what we do on sausage making day. Traditions are made to keep, and that's one thing that if there's any good tradition, it's eating. I'm telling you. The question is, will we be hungry for lunch? That stuff's so good I don't care if I ain't hungry for lunch. Here, man. Boing. That's how you make yellow sausage. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you get a chance to try it. If you hunt deer, you need to raise some Angelica pigs. Buy yourself a grinder. That's all you need. Oh, that's right. Caleb just happened to mention, we've got a litter of piglets that's sitting out here waiting to be picked up. So if any of you deer hunters need one to raise, of course it'll be this time next year before it's really big and fat. But hey, if you don't plan ahead, you can't live this lifestyle. This lifestyle is futuristic thinking. We don't just go to the store and buy a piglet that's already fat. Nope, you gotta think ahead. If you're not willing to think ahead and prepare, you ain't gonna get none of the benefits of this kind of life. Don't forget, this month of October is Celebrate Sausage Season 4 at Two Guys in a Cooler. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel and you get over there and watch it. Every day of the month he has a different sausage and the guy is spectacular. You'll love Eric. He let me on his Season 3 last year, let me make scrapple and have a whole video that took one of his days of October last year. So he's an upstanding guy. He's an amazing fella. And so you don't find too many guys with big channels that's that nice. But he's got other guys this year doing it. So get over there and check him out. They already are in progress. Check out Two Guys in the Cooler, because that's where it's at this month. But that's all we've got for you, and that's all he's got for me. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.